Hey guys, Fly Girl VSG coming into you with my week 160, maybe 161 post-op VSG surgery. This is really more of just a hangout video than it is like a quick update, not very weight loss related. Actually, that's not true. It totally is, but let me just start in with my stats. I don't really have them, but I'll just go with what I know. So I had surgery December 5th, 2013, so I'm just a few weeks out of 3 years. I weighed in at my 2-week pre-op diet at 301.2. My heaviest recorded weight was 319. I weighed in day of surgery at 291.8. I didn't weigh in last week, but I think I was like 224, which is fine. Totally. I mean, in the big picture, totally not fine, but for what I expected over the holidays is fine. I think I weighed in today or yesterday when I last weighed myself at 226. So I definitely put on Christmas weight. But I'm still around the same number I was after Thanksgiving, which was 225. So my whole goal was not to put on like 10 pounds over the holidays. And if I put on 1 or 2 pounds, it's okay. Especially because I know at the end of the day, like once I start buttoning shit down, it's going to go away. It's going to be fine. So, let's talk about the holidays. Holidays were awesome. Christmas was great. Family time was great. Food was pretty moderated, so that was good. Mainly because we didn't overcook this year. We didn't have a lot of leftovers, so that was nice. And gifts were good. My husband did really good. So he got me this necklace. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a little arrow, and I really love it. And he just got me some really nice, thoughtful little things. So anyway, and some books and some a onesie, which anyway, it's cute. So he did good. So plans for New Year's. I think I may have talked about this already. And I want to know what you guys are doing for the New Year. So leave a comment and tell me what you're doing. So New Year's is tomorrow. I'm kind of pre-celebrating today. I'm going out to see my aunt, and she and I are going to watch the full-length video of my wedding video. It's like 1 hour and 36 minutes. So I'm bringing a bottle of champagne and we're going to watch it. So that'll be fun. And then I'm going to go home and grab a bite to eat probably, and then go to karaoke with some friends that I've been meaning to try to get together with for a long time. So, it hit me last night. I was like, why am I going out tonight when I have all New Year's festivities coming up and I'm going to be tired, but whatever. I'm already tired. So in terms of plans for this weekend though, is tomorrow's going to be just like rest, hang out, sleep in, read. I'm really into this book right now. I'm reading by Joyce Carol Oates. So I do not want anyone to see me yawning. And then we have 2 parties to go to, and we're going to go to Slow Bar for a burger because they have their winter burger, and their burgers are like the best in town. So we're going to go there and split a burger and do that. And sorry, people are honking at the people in front of me not moving, but what do you do? I mean, it's not me. Saying a lot of ums because, you know, I'm more distracted when I'm driving, which is good, right? Because I'm not just paying attention to you guys. So anyway, yeah, so we'll be home probably at like 12:30, you know, like pretty much as soon as we ring in the New Year, so we'll be home. And then Sunday though is kind of, we have a couple people getting together for a bottomless mimosa brunch, which I'm obviously excited about. So yeah, just brunch and mimosa, and we'll probably bring like cards and just hang out, and then we'll come home and like veg out and watch movies. It's supposed to snow on Sunday. I really, really hope it doesn't, because Monday is the 2nd and is my official day, like restarting all my things. So Monday the 2nd is I'm off work, and I'm going to go grocery shopping, and I'm going to do a food haul, and I've got some recipes picked out, and I am going fucking full bore keto. Now, I've been resisting this for a long time because, you know, I'm never the person that wants to do the thing that I feel like everyone's doing. But, and I'd seen some people get on and off the bandwagon over the last few months, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. But I have had a lot of inspiration by Tanya VSG 2011, who's been so good at just letting me like verbally vomit on her all the time about my questions. And she's been doing it for some months now also, so I feel like she's got, you know, a good handle on it, and she's just such a source of constant inspiration. She's just such a light. So you know, she's 5 years out, so she certainly has more expertise, I feel like, than I do. So anyway, I'm just going to jump into it, and I'm committing to it for the first about 5.5 weeks, just about 6 weeks. And the reason for that is because my husband and I have been gifted a wine tasting trip to Santa Rosa in just before Valentine's Day, like the weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday before Valentine's Day. So I don't plan to go crazy food wise, but I will drink wine while I'm there. So on the keto, you can drink, but I'm not going to. So for those first 5.5, 6 weeks, starting from the 2nd to the, I guess, February 9th, which is about 5.5 weeks, I'm not going to drink any alcohol, which is probably why I'm so excited for bottomless mimosas at Club 21. But I need the break, honestly. I wrote a new blog, so if you guys follow me on my blog, I laid out kind of my intentions for 2017 a little bit more coherently than I'm able to really do here. So anyway, it's just Fly Girl Fitness, FLYE Fitness.com. So my blog is there if you want to check it out, and I have lots of good recipes on there too, so you should be going there anyway. But so the things I'm going to be cooking for next week are I'm going to make creamy Reuben soup. So it's just like corned beef, Swiss cheese, heavy cream, sauerkraut, obviously. It calls for celery. I'll probably leave it out because I fucking hate celery, but maybe a little. I don't know. I'll think about it. I know it provides sometimes good flavor. I just hate the texture of celery in soup, so I don't like it. I hate the texture. So I just don't like celery in general, but I often add it to creamed soup because it's like, I can't taste it. What else? I'm gonna make some like jerk chicken. This is just like a dry rub, and it's chicken drumsticks and wings, and I'll just put them in the crock pot. And I have another recipe too. What was it? So it's jerk chicken, creamy Reuben soup. I'm just really relying on bacon, eggs. I'm going to try to stay as clear of dairy as possible, unless it's like in this, in a soup or whatever. If I go out, I'll do a cheeseburger, but I'm not going to be eating cheese on the side very much by itself. There's another recipe I had, and I'm not thinking of it right now. Anyway, my point is I've got a plan. So here's the news, okay? So I'm up about 45 pounds. That's the truth. And it's funny because I look back at my weight gain and it's so obvious. Like, I know, but it all came on in all at once. Like, and then I would maintain for like a long time, and then it would come on all at once, like 10 pounds all at once. So I'm not sure if there's I knew the first 2 times I gained in the middle of last year, I knew what that was. It was my steroid shot. Obviously, I gained 10 pounds in 3 weeks, 15 pounds in 4 weeks, 3 weeks. And then I started losing that very begrudgingly. My body was holding on to it. And then the birth control happened, and I gained another 15 pounds. So I started out, and then the holidays hit. So I started out the new year this year at 209. And then I maintained, I was actively working on it all year. And I was 202, 207, 205, 202, 203 all year. And around Labor Day, I jumped up to 215. From 207-ish, I basically gained 10 pounds. And then I was struggling with that for some time, because here I am right before the wedding, right? And I had to take the dress out, and I was still freaking out about it. So, I weighed in on my day, but I was in the car accident too, and I'd stopped working out like a week even before the car accident. So by the day of my wedding, I weighed in at 209, but my body had already changed, and even though I'd taken the dress out, I barely fit in my dress. I still looked obviously awesome, but it was snug. I had back boob, so that happened. And then immediately jumped right back up to 215 after hanging out, the couple weeks after the wedding. And then it was like I started getting really depressed, as you guys know, around end of October, early November, and I started drinking a lot more, and I jumped up literally in a 6-week period from 213, 215 to 223, 225, and that's where I've been. I think I was 225 or 224 the Monday after Thanksgiving, when I kind of started that whole 30 thing, which I did for a few weeks, and thank God, because I dropped 6 pounds. All bloat, I'm sure, all water, and then obviously, since I quit it, put it back on, but at least I'm not that plus, right? So now that's where I'm at, and I'm feeling better emotionally. I feel much more prepared to make a change for 2017, because frankly, I'm fucking sick of my shit. I look at those time hop photos that come up on the Facebook, and not only was not just this last December, but even the December before, I was the same weight both Decembers, and I'm like, I looked fucking fantastic. Like 195 looked really good. I mean, 181 looked better, but 195, I mean, I looked awesome. I fit into, I was still in a large 12, and I was looking good. I felt really good. I do not feel that way now. Most of all, I'm looking forward to getting back into the gym. I'm going to be so early. Getting back into the gym and doing stuff like, just getting moving again, because I miss it. And I've been lazy, and I've been hurting, and a lot of that is all, that vicious cycle. So, in other news, I had my 3-year post-op appointment with the surgeon and all the people at the clinic, not yesterday, the day before. So it was Wednesday. So I met with a dietitian who I had not met. They have a new dietitian there. I met with the physical therapist who I've worked with before, and I met with my surgeon. So the dietitian, of course, when I started telling her what I eat in any given day, like, honestly, it was like, oh, I really don't eat that bad. I mean, I could eat, I guess, a little bit less. And I had dinner with a weight loss surgery patient last night, and she was like, you don't need, she was kind of giving me a bunch of shit about what I need, what I should and shouldn't be putting in my mouth. And she was right. I wasn't hungry anymore, but she was like, I feel like the difference between you and me is that when she's full, she's done, and she takes the food away. Whereas if I am bound and determined to eat it, I will eat it, even if it takes me a long time. And that's super stupid. But it's a thing. I do it. So that was interesting, and that was kind of an aha moment for me, because I've certainly known that about myself, but it was like to see it in action comparative to somebody else who wasn't doing that. It was like, oh, okay, good to know. Stop. Okay. So I fessed up about my drinking. So she, most of my calories are coming, probably 50% of my calories are coming from alcohol, and I already eat my daily allotment of calories. I'm eating, 1,500 calories, 1,300 calories a day, and then drinking 500 to 1,000 a night. Not every night, obviously, but, when I do, it's go big or go home. So that seems, obviously, that's why I'm in part giving up the alcohol too, is just because it's like, it's stupid to waste those calories on that when I'm trying to lose weight and not continue to gain weight. So, especially considering how inactive I've been the last 3 months. So, then the physical therapist, of course, we made a plan for the new year, which is I already had. So she thinks I'm great. Everyone's like, you walk on water. And I'm like, no, but look, I've gained 45 pounds. They're like, none of them were surprised, frankly. This is something that they do not fucking tell you. No one talks about regain pre-op. No one. And I think a part of that too, as a person who does does research, if you're paying attention to YouTube and stuff, like, you're looking at other newbies or newly out to know what to expect, and you're like, oh my god, these people are losing like 5 pounds a week. That's so amazing. And that's what you're seeing. So you kind of just see what you see instead of necessarily looking for that. But it's not a full picture. You know what I mean? Regain's a real thing that most of us have, even if it's a little bit or a lot. So the surgeon wanted to talk. We started talking about revision, not because either of us really felt it was necessary, but because he's a surgeon and that's what he's supposed to do, right? Sorry guys about that. I'll be out of the sun in a minute. That's super annoying. I'm so sorry. Okay, so that's silly. You guys, I'm sorry. Maybe I could do this. Let's see if this works. Does that work a little bit? Not even at all. Not even at all. All right, so most of this video is me saying I feel like I'm gonna get another fetishist coming up to me pretty soon. Say in your video. All right, so now it's dark and you can't see me, but it is what it is. How's that? How's that? Now you can just look at my hand. That's my great-grandmother's wedding band, by the way. I haven't taken it off since I got it. Okay, so he talked about revisions. He talked about some new procedures that were coming. You can do a duodenal switch. You can go from sleeve to RNY. There's people in the community that have certainly done those things. But I honestly, I know it's my problem. It's not a failure of the surgery by any stretch of the word. So I know, I told him that I didn't even want to talk about revision. And honestly, it took me a really long time to want, and make a concession to get, I mean, not necessarily make a concession, but to get weight loss surgery. So I am not, it would probably take me just as long, like 7 years to do a revision. But I told him, I said, unless I'm doing 6 months of consistent effort on a good plan and not fucking up all the time, and I'm either continuing to gain weight or don't lose weight, that's when we'll talk about revision. And I asked him, I said, do you feel that most of the time you see regain, it's habits, or is it the surgery? And he's like, it's habits. 99.9% of the time it's habits, not a subject of the surgery, not a subject, but you know what I mean, a repercussion of the surgery failing in some way. It's us failing it, not it failing us. So that's where I'm at. I'm very realistic about what's happening. I'm very realistic about my role in what's happening. What I'm really unsure about is this woman's pants. Or something. Lack of pants. Sorry, I'm not criticizing. She should wear what makes her feel happy and comfortable. It's just very interesting. I'm not criticizing it per se. Okay, so that's the plan. Is, you know, basically all of them said the plan is great. We support you. You're gonna rock it. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm so glad I have you guys and them and Tanya. Even she's like, you're gonna kick ass. Like, thank God you guys believe in me, because I'll believe it when I see it. But I am going to fake it till I make it. I'm going to take my own goddamn advice. I'm going to buck up. I'm going to get the fuck over myself. I'm going to get back to where I was. I have some great trips planned this year. I need to learn how to function without having to do alcohol all the time. I'm perfectly capable of being a fun person. But, and also moderating my eating. So, I mean, it's more alcohol than eating, but eating comes into, I didn't finish your video, Tanya, if you're watching this, but I'm about 2/3 of the way through, and you had just gotten done saying that when you go out to eat, you don't feel deprived because you plan, but you don't feel like you have to have, you have to have whatever. I do. Like, I am that person, and maybe that will change, but that's what I'm worried about. It's like, okay, yeah, I plan to eat the burger and the salad, or, you know, whatever, extra lettuce, mayonnaise, which I pretty much order already. But the difference is like when somebody else has wings, and I'm like, but it's just one, you know, like I just want a wing, and they're known for wings here, you know, blah, 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 blah. So, that's where things get a little dicey for me. Is just starting to pick off other people's plates, or when the people get appetizers to share, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm so stupid. So, I'm early to my aunt's house, so I'm going to go to grocery outlet and get stuff for the weekend to snack on, to bring to parties, I mean, is what I meant. So what else was I going to say? I was going to talk about something else about the 3-year post-op appointment. Just that I guess that they feel like I have a good plan, and so that's the plan. So anyway, check out my blog if you want to hear more about kind of my 2017. I don't want to say resolutions. I'm a big resolutions fan, but that's pretty much what they are. They're just, it's really more of an intention. than a strict, I have to do these things. So, 20 minutes later and a lot of ums later and a little bit of sunshine in your face, I'm finally done. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting on the train. I'm going to be unhappy about it. I'm going to be pissed off for a while, but I'm going to figure it out. I feel like I have support. That's imperative. And I feel like even though I may not start out being capable because I'm planning and I'm trying to be as prepared as possible, that the rest will come. Like if I just do the fake it till you make it, if I just put one foot in front of the other for a little while, eventually I'm going to want to, right? Like it'll be okay. But the point is that as I'm hovering closer and closer to 2:30, it's not okay. That's not okay. My not okay was really when I hit 209 at the beginning of the year, and here I am almost 20 pounds heavier than that in 1 year. And honestly, really, it's been in the last 3 months. It's not been in the last year. It's been in the last 3 months. Like, that's crazy. And yes, I've done blood work and all that stuff. It's honestly, I think my body's just like, it's been fighting me. And finally it's like, if you're going to treat me like this, I'm going to treat you like this. And within its rights to do so. All right, kids, I hope that you have an amazing New Year's. I want to hear what you're doing, what your plans are, what you did if you don't watch this until after. If you guys have any resolutions, share them with me too. And we can be mutual account buddies and stuff like that. And hashtag Team Lindsay, thank you so much, you guys. Keep it fly out there.